Wow, what's wrong with this picture? The end of the world, a burning planet. I think we can do better. Let's talk about how we can communicate climate change in a way that isn't terrifying. Let's start with Baba Dioum. He is an incredible forestry engineer, ecologist, all-around impressive guy, and when addressing the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, or the IUCN, in 1968, he said this: "In the end, we will conserve only what we love will love only what we understand, and we will understand only what we are taught." But how do we teach people to understand, love, and conserve our planet when every time you check the news, you get horrifying headlines like these? If we want to save the world, we have to communicate climate change in a different way. We've got to do some reframing. And this is where museum educators come in. Museums are consistently rated as the most trusted institutions in the country. And as educators, we have a responsibility to communicate critical issues of our time in a way that is accessible to the public and inspires action rather than instills hopelessness. So how do we do this? Well, we offer solutions. We give people agency. We make saving the world seem possible, and not only that, seem easy. Here's what I mean. Studies show that most people in the country are concerned about climate change, but given the way the media often portrays environmental issues, it's easy to get fatalistic. Now, I'm not saying we downplay climate issues when we talk to the public. The issues are real and they're big, and the public knows that. What I am saying is that we need to provide better tools when we talk about our planet, so that when we talk about, let's say, global warming or sea level rise or ocean acidification, we can follow up these things with concrete solutions and examples. And the best ones are community-wide efforts. No one wants to hear that the only thing you need to do is an individual action like recycling or turning off the water when you brush your teeth. We know that's not enough. What the public wants to hear are meaningful ways we can work together to address climate change as a community. So what can you include? Of course, community-wide solutions. Giving the public examples of cities and programs that are forwarding climate change solutions in a way that is a community effort can give people hope and agency over their future. For instance, in San Francisco, we have a commuter benefits ordinance that requires employers to provide commuter benefits to their employees for biking, taking public transit, or carpooling to work. Giving an example like that can give your visitors a model that they can emulate when they return home. These concrete examples show that change is possible and that we can change things in our communities at higher levels than just individual actions alone. We can change the game. Now, not just community-wide solutions, you should also include good stories, interesting facts, universal values like home and stewardship, and things in general that evoke emotional or physiological responses. What should you avoid? Well, those individual actions we talked about. Crisis framing, like at the beginning of this presentation, that doom and gloom talk, really boring scientific data, and polarizing language. Although most Americans do believe in climate change and are concerned about the impacts, using words like politician or government and law can alienate your audience and send them down a negative mental pathway. Instead, using words like programs or approaches or community leaders helps to strategically redirect negative thinking patterns towards more productive conversations. Now let's get out there and change the world.